Now let us start flat bones. There are principal requirements in either extensive protection or the provision of broad surfaces of muscular attachment. The bones are expanded into broad flat plates as in the skull, the scapula. These bones are composed of two thin layers of compact tissue enclosing between them a variable quantity of cancellous tissues in the cranial bones. The layers of compact tissues are familiarly known as the tables of the skull. The outer one is thick and tough, the inner is thin, dense, the brittle, and hence is termed the vitreous table. The intervening cancellous tissue is called the diploe, and this in certain region of this skull becomes absorbed so as to leave spaces filled with air sinuses between the two tables. The flat bones are the occipital bone, parietal, frontal, nasal, lacrimal, vomer, scapula or coccyx, hip bone, sternum, ribs, and according to some patellae. So this is the bones called flat bones. A particular cause is depend in the structure of these bones. These are the occipital bones, parietal, frontal, nasal, lacrimal. We can see this is the occipital bone, and this is parietal bone, this is frontal bone, this is nasal bone, and this is the lacrimal bone, vomer, and we can see the scapula is also in this coccyx, and hip bone, this is hip bone. This is the olecranon process, makes hip joint with the adjustment of femur, head of the femur, and ribs also include in this, and according to some, the patella also included in this flat type of bones. Next are the irregular bones. The irregular bones are such as from their peculiar form cannot be grouped under the preceding heads. They consist of cancellous tissue enclosed with a thin layer of compact bone. The irregular bones are the vertebrae, sacrum, coccyx, temporal, sphenoid, ethmoid, zygomatic, maxilla, mandible, palatine, inferior, nasal conchae, and hide. Irregular bones are the irregular in shape also. We can see the sacrum. This is the irregular bone, such as the form of their peculiar forms cannot be grouped under the preceding head. They consist of cancellous tissues enclosed with a thin layer of the compact bone. Irregular bones are the vertebrae. This is the vertebrae. This is also included in irregular bones. Coccyx, temporal, sphenoid bone, maxilla, mandible. This is the mandible palatine bone. Palatine bone is present here. This is the palatine bone, inferior nasal concha and hide bones. Now the surfaces of bones. If the surface of a bone be examined, certain eminences and depressions are seen. These eminences and depressions are of two kinds, articular and non-articular. Well-marked example of articular eminences are found in the heads of the humerus and femur. Well-marked example of the articular eminences. Well-marked articular eminences are found in the head of the humerus. This is the humerus, and well-marked articular surface in the glenoid cavity. This is descend in this glenoid cavity of scapula. Articular depression images found in the head of the humerus and femur, and the articular depression in the glenoid cavity of the scapula. Femur attached with hip bone, and humerus is attached with scapula. In this position, this is the humerus and scapula in this position. Non-articular eminences are designated according to their forms. This is a broad, rough, uneven elevation is called a tuberosity, protuberance or process. This is called tuberosity, protuberance or process. A small rough prominence is a tubercle. A sharp cylindrical pointed eminence, a spine narrow rough elevation running some way along the surface, a ridge, crest or line. Non-articular depressions are also of variable form and are described as foci, pits, depression, grooves. Depressions, grooves, for fissures, notch, etc. These non-articular eminences and depressions are served to increase the extent to the surface of the attachment of the ligament and muscles, and are usually well marked in proportion to the muscularity of the subject. A short perforation is called a foramen, a longer passage a canal. This is the hip bone and this is the femur. This is adjacent in ball and socket joint, made a hip joint. Development of skeleton. The skeleton is of mesodermal origin and may be divided into that of the trunk, axial skeleton comprising the vertebral column, skull, ribs and sternum, and vertebral column. This makes vertebral column, skull. This is the skull, we can see in this direction, and this is sternum, the anterior portion, and this is the posterior or ventral portion, and that of the limbs appendicular skeleton. The vertebral column. The notochord is a temporary structure and forms a central axis around which the segments of the vertebral column are developed. It is deprived columns are developed. It is derived from endoderm and consists of a rod of cells which lies on the ventral aspect of neural tube and reaches from the anterior end of the midbrain to the extremity of tail on either side of it is a column of para-axial mesoderm which becomes subdivided into a number of more or less cubical segments. The primitive segments, these are separated from one another by intersegmental septa and are arranged symmetrically on either side of the neural tube and notochord. To every segment, a spinal nerve is distributed at first. Each segment contains a central cavity, the myocele, but this is soon filled with a core of angular and spindle-shaped cells. The cells of the segments become differentiated into three groups which forms respectively the cutis plate or dermatome, the muscles plate or myotome, and sclerotome. The cutis plate is placed on the lateral and dorsal aspect of the myocele and form. It is the true skin of the corresponding segment is derived. The muscle plate is situated on the medial side of the cutis plate and furnishes the muscle of the segment. The cells of the sclerotome are largely derived from those forming the core of the myocele and lies next the notochord. Fusion of the individual sclerotomes in an antero-posterior directions soon takes place and thus a continuous strands of the cells. The sclerotogenous layer is formed along the ventrolateral aspect of the neural tube. The cells of this layer proliferate rapidly and extending medialward surround the notochord. At the same time, they grow backward on the lateral aspect of the neural tube and eventually surround it, and thus the notochord and neural tube are enveloped by a continuous sheath of mesoderm which is termed the mesomembranous vertebral column. In this mesoderm, the original segments are still distinguishable, but each is now differentiated into two portions. An interior consisting of closely arranged cells and a posterior of more condensed tissue. Between the two portions, the rudiment of the intervertebral fibrocartilage is laid down. Cells from the posterior mass grow into the intervertebral between the myotomes of the corresponding and succeeding the segments and extend both dorsally and ventrally. The dorsal extension surrounds the neural tube and represents the future vertebral arch, while the ventral extend into the bodily wall as the costal processes. The hinder part of the posterior mass joins the anterior mass of the succeeding segment to form the vertebral body. Each vertebral body is therefore a composite of two segments. Being formed from the posterior portion of the of one segment and anterior part of that immediately behind it. The vertebral and costal arches are derivatives of the posterior part of the segment in front of the intersegmental septum with which they are associated. This is a stage succeeded by that of the cartilaginous vertebral column. In the fourth week, two cartilaginous centers make their appearances, one on either side of the notochord. These extended around the notochord and form the body of the cartilaginous vertebrae. A second pair of cartilaginous foci appear in the lateral parts of the vertebral bow and grow backward on either side of the neural tube to form the cartilaginous vertebral arc. And a separate cartilaginous center appears for each costal processes by 8 week. The cartilaginous arch has fused with the body, and in the 4th month the two halves of the arch are joined on the dorsal aspect of the neural tube. The spinous process is developed from the junction of the two halves of the vertebral arch. The transverse process grows out from the vertebral arch behind the costal process. In the upper cervical vertebrae, a band of mesodermal tissues connects the ends of the vertebral arches across the ventral surfaces of the intervertebral fibrocartilages. This is termed the hypochondral bar or brace. In all aspects, the first, it is transitionary and disappear by fusing with the fibrocartilaginous in the atlas. However, the entire bow persists and undergoes the chondrification. It develops into the anterior arch of the bone, while the cartilaginous representing the body of the atlas forms the dense or odontoid process which fuses with the body of the second cervical vertebrae. The portion of the notochord which are surrounded by the bodies of the vertebrae atrophy and ultimately disappear, while those which lies in the centers of the intervertebral fibrocartilaginous undergoes enlargement and persists throughout life as the central nucleus pulposus of the fibrocartilages. The ribs. Next, I want to describe the ribs. The ribs are formed from the ventral or costal processes of the primitive vertebrate bows. These are the typical and atypical simple ribs. The ribs are formed from the ventral or costal process of the primitive vertebrate bows. The process of extending between the muscle plates in the thoracic region of the vertebral column. The costal processes grows lateralward to form a series of arches. Primitive costal arches, as already described. Transverse processes grows out behind the vertebral end of each arch. It is at first connected to the costal process by continuous mesoderm, but this becomes differentiated later to form the costotransverse ligament between the costal process and the tip of the transverse process of the transverse joint in the form of absorption. The costal processes becomes the separate from the vertebral bow by development of the costocentral joints. Costotransverse joints is formed by absorption. The costal process becomes the separated from the vertebral bow by the development of the costocentral joint. In the cervical vertebrae, the transverse process form the posterior boundary of the foramen transversarium, while the costal processes corresponding to the head and neck of the rib fuses with the body of the vertebrae and forms the anterolateral boundary of the foramen. The distal portions of the primitive costal arches remains undeveloped. Occasionally, the arch of the seventh cervical vertebrae undergoes greater development, and by the formation of costovertebral joints is separated off as joints. Costovertebral joints is separated as a rib in the lumbar region. The distal portion of primitive costal arches fails. The proximal portions fuse with the transverse processes to form the transverse processes of the descriptive anatomy. Occasionally, a movable rib is developed in the connection with the first lumbar vertebrae. In the sacral region, costal processes are developed only in the connection with the upper three or it may be four vertebrae. Process of adjacent segments fuses with the one another to form the lateral part of the sacrum. The coccygeal vertebrae are divided of costal processes. Thank you. Let's start. What are the effect of exercise on muscular system? Fitness, exercise, rejuvenation, fitness. Exercise will make the muscles more effective and more efficient. However, different type of exercise will have different effects upon the muscular exercise. For example, high intensity, low duration exercise will produce strength, size and power gains, while low intensity, low duration exercise will produce endurance type benefits. Tone refer to the state of readiness of a muscle. This is the state that a muscle is in when it is relaxed, and low how able it is to respond to its task. An unused, untrained muscle will have poor tone and will respond slowly and with greater difficulty to task than a trained muscle. Posture refers to the way in which we hold our bodies when sitting, walking or running. Regular exercise performed correctly will encourage good posture, which enables muscles to work efficiently and will help to prevent injuries. Hypertrophy is when a cell, in this case a muscle cell, increases in size through growth. Extreme hypertrophy may result in the cells splitting to create new ones. Atrophy is when a muscle shrinkens due to injury or lack of use. There is a byproduct called lactic acid. This is the product that is produced as a result of exercise. It can also be the case of something that is quite serious as well. If there is lactic acid that is built up and there is no activity happening, this can be a sign of something more serious happening. There are comments associated with these questions. What is the walking importance to the cardiovascular system? Cardiovascular system is very important in human body. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention suggests that all Americans include 150 minutes of moderate intense aerobic exercise to their routine each week. One way to achieve this goal is simply through walking. Although walking may not seem as aerobic as other activities like running or swimming, it can still provide many important benefits for your cardiovascular system, from heart health to the health of your blood vessels. Skeletal system during exercise. Skeletal system helps it change for the better. Exercise is one of the most important choices you can make it to keep your skeletal system healthy. Consult your doctor before beginning and any exercise regime and discuss effect on your skeletal muscles. How is the cardiovascular system affected by exercise? Exercise has immediate and long-term effect on the cardiovascular system. While all type of exercise provide health and fitness benefits, strength training and stretching have a minimal impact on the cardiovascular system. Drinking after lifting weights. You may think you are in the clear to enjoy an alcoholic drinks following your weightlifting workout because you no longer have to worry about how poor coordination or other alcohol-induced factors will affect your workout. The blood pressure response to steady rate exercise. A steady rate exercise is cardiovascular exercise performed at a steady intensity for the duration of the training session. Endurance sports such as distance running or cycling use this type of exercise in training. Six-pack exercise for men. When you hit up the beach or pool, strong abs also help with issues like body balance, back strength, and can make everything from lifting boxes to swinging yourself golf club much easier. Several specific exercises focus on your movements. How to work out your cardiovascular system. Your articles can take blood out of your heart. This system's function is to take nutrition and oxygen to your cells and get rid of carbon dioxide in conjunction with your respiratory system. When you exercise, you use an extremely consumption of oxygen. Negative effect of exercise on the cardiovascular system. The positive effect of exercise for outweigh the negative effect, particularly for your heart and circulatory system, also known as the cardiovascular system. Regular physical activity produces a beneficial training effect. Short and long term effect of exercise on the skeletal system. A strong and flexible skeleton does not happen overnight, but begins in your youth and develops through old age. How your exercise today will affect your health in your senior years. Skeletal muscles remain responsive to exercise. What does exercise do for your body? Exercise is often associated with losing weight, but the merits of exercise reach beyond weight control. Regardless of size or body composition, everyone should include regular cardiovascular and weight bearing exercise, etc. Physiology of respiratory exercise. In this system, STEM is to maintain the oxygen level in the blood so oxygen can be transported to all organs and tissues. Oxygen is obtained through the breathing or respiration, then calculated in the bloodstream during exercise and respiratory system. Cholesterol and a balanced diet. A balanced diet helps maintain healthy cholesterol level because nutritious foods usually have low fat content. Fatty foods contribute the increase of harmful cholesterol that can clog the arteries, leading to heart diseases. What behavior can help maintaining a healthy muscular system? Aging reduces lean body mass and muscular strength. Diseases also degrades these aspects of a healthy muscular system. Changes in activity and diet can help combat these effects. Positive result can be obtained within 10 days. Can excessive exercise be harmful to the body? Regular exercise can boost your energy, improve your mood and increase your lifespan by reducing your risk of the disease. You may be tempted to train hard to boost your weight loss result or improve your performance in an athlete. Fastest and easiest exercise to lose stomach fat. Excessive weight in the midsection is a contributor to chronic diseases, and it can also increase the incidence of lower back pain. Fast and easy exercise can help your whittle down your stomach, gain back your self-confidence and other. Respiratory system when you exercise. The respiratory system when you exercise. The respiratory system is responsible for taking oxygen into the body and moving carbon dioxide outside. When we exercise, muscles, tissues and other bodily processes requires more oxygen to function properly. The respiratory system expels out the carbon dioxide and inhale the oxygen. Does exercise affect adult differently than children's? Regular exercise is one of the best things you can do for your health. According to the Harvard School of Public Health, the physiological response to the exercise is different in children than adults. But both adults and children are not possible to take same exercise. Appropriate sodium level. Sodium is an essential mineral classified as a micromineral because the body requires more than 100 milligram per day. Sodium supports vital life functions by regulating blood volume and blood pressure and serving an essential role in the circulatory system. But excess of sodium can make some problem. Smoking after exercise. Consummated the adverse health effect of smoking despite all the research demonstrating how harmful smoking can be to the body. Many individuals still can't kick the habit even if they perform regular exercise and live on other side. Long-term effect of intense exercise on the body. The short-term effect of exercise has been well documented. For example, physical activity is known to galvanize the production of brain chemicals that promote the happiness and a sense of well-being, but these effects are short. In the long term, exercise can be harmful to the human body. Exercise routines for fibromyalgia. Joints and muscle, joints and tendons. Some people also exercise fatigue and sleep disturbance. While these symptoms may make you feel like staying in bed and avoiding physical activities, researchers has shown that exercise is actually banned. Short-term effect of aerobic exercise. From a high that sends your mood skyrocketing to improve heart functioning, the immediate short-term benefits of aerobic activity are many. Even better exercise is good for just about everybody from children to elderly. Bull worker exercises for workouts and weight training. It is more than 80 specific exercises you can select for your training program. Mayo Clinic exercise specialists advise that any regular and strenuous exercise for weight training and bodybuilding can be effective regardlessly. Ways to quickly lose weight without exercise. The best method for losing weight is combining regular exercise with a reduced calorie diet. However, if you are not able to exercise, it is still possible to lose weight quickly through diet modifications, eating healthy foods, and zero calorie foods should be taken in this case, and calorie consumption and calorie use should be in a proper equilibrium. Then we can control our weight. How exercise affect the cardiovascular system? The way your cardiovascular system responds to exercise depends on the state of your health, your age, and the type of exercise you are doing. Exercise is good for your cardiovascular system and can help prevent heart diseases and other angina, etc. The cardiovascular system and how it is affected by exercise. Exercise affects your cardiovascular system in a number of different ways. Cardiovascular response depends on your age, the condition of your health, and the type of exercise you are performing. Though exercise can help to strengthen the body and affect the exercise and save the cardiovascular system. Weight training exercise for women at home. Weight training exercise for women at home. Generally females and looking to tone your anatomy, the gym setting can often the intimidating. When you choose the comfort of your home, you not only have privacy but you also have convenience. With the right exercise, you can work properly with secrets of your home as skipping, cycling, and stretching, etc. Exercise and your body. Exercise provides oxygen to your brain, relieves tension, improves your self-image, and maintains your physical abilities throughout your lifetime. Exercising 30 minutes a day, even if you divide your exercise into 10 minutes successively, you can improve your body and control with supplementary diets with 0 calorie. Short-term effect of exercise on the human body. Many people focus on the long-term effect of exercise. Many changes occur during the exercise session or within days of a workout. However, over time, the repeated occurrence of short-term effect prompts desired long-term effects. We can improve this exercise with alteration of short-term to long-term exercise. What type of exercise would be effective at increasing your circulatory and respiratory system? During the President's Council of Physical Fitness and Sports, cardiorespiratory fitness involves the ability of your heart and lungs to deliver oxygen and other nutrients to your body. Regular aerobic exercise can help improve your health. Does alcohol have any effect when you are lifting weight? This is very important part. What you get out of lifting weights depend on what you put into it, and using alcohol can negate your work in the weight room. Ongoing alcohol use reduce protein synthesis and impair muscles building up, and short-term alcohol is slightly improve your exercise, but in the long term, alcohol first stage is arising or exciting stage, second stage or second peg of the alcohol the stimulate our blood circulation, and third peg of alcohol produce the drowsiness in the body, and it can be harmful our body. Swimming for chronic medical conditions. After when he sought relief from the ravages of polio, freed from the constraints of the gravity, he temporarily escaped his paralysis in the buoyant environment. Swimming is an intense yet gentle aerobic exercise that leaves you. Patients of polio or objects of polio cannot be perform the swimming properly, so it is advised to not done the swimming, especially in case of polio. Effect of exercise on long-term heart health. Heart diseases and stroke are two of the leading cause of death in the United States, and regular exercise can help reduce your risk for developing these conditions according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention is very important. Tips for losing weight quickly without exercise. These tips without exercise are very important. Approximately 64% of the women and 72% of men struggle with losing weights. According to the US Department of Health and Human Services, the best approaches to losing weight quickly is through exercise and healthy diets. Swimming is a respiratory exercise. Here I thrived the water her effort culminating in 4 gold medals in the 1996 Atlanta Olympic Games. Swimming intense aerobic nature puts demands on your cardiopulmonary system, and its long-term effect on your lung makes healthy. What effect does healthy eating and exercise have on the body? Many people associated diet and exercise with weight loss. While diet and exercise are important components to losing weight, they offer other health benefits as well. A healthy diet and regular exercise should be the part of this exercise. Dieting or exercising. One of the professor of psychiatry at the University of Pennsylvania, who states the statistics has no basis in fact, long-term success at losing weight is most likely if you change the way you eat as well as exercise. State how physical exercise helps the brain. Somebody keeps you trim and fit and helps the ward of a long list of health problems, but physical activity effect even more benefits because it can improve more than just your physical health. Physical exercise is also great fruitful to the human body. Exercises that reduce the look of cellulite. Our arms, because cellulite settle just under the surface of your skin, it can be more annoying and distracting than the fat that settle deeper in your body, but at least it is not as dangerous. Certain exercise can help to retain the fats. How does exercise affect breathing? Generally, aerobically, your muscles consume more oxygen and produce more carbon dioxide than they do at rest. These gases are exchanged with atmosphere when you breathe. This means that during an aerobic exercise session, you minimize the breathing or exercise. Homeostasis, skeletal system exercise. Exercise has significant effect on the bones cartilage, tendons and ligaments of the skeletal system. Bones acts as the body's levers and connect to the skeletal muscles to provide movements. Where cartilage provides lubricant. What happens to your kidneys while exercising? Alter out and remote waste. According to the National Kidney Foundation, the kidneys process about 200 quarts of fluid every single day. About 2 quarts of the processed fluid are removed as waste. Exercise and physical exercise are very important to excrete out the waste material from kidney and ureter, etc. Cardiac output of an average person. Cardiac output is a measure of how well your heart is functioning, and it is calculated by physicians to ensure that your heart is working properly. Some conditions will cause your cardiac output to go above or below the average. What body systems are primarily affected with rigorous exercise? Rigorous or vigorous intensity exercise affects virtually every system of the body, and particularly vigorous intensity exercise, commonly defined as the effort of even to 8 on a 1 to 10 scale, provide significant healing. Exercise and weight loss programs. Many people engage in calorie restricted weight loss programs and fat diet in an effort to shed pounds, but many not always have consistent and suitable results. Committing a healthy diet and exercise program can help you. The lungs when exercising for asthmatics. Coughing, shortness of breath, and an unusual tightening of the skin between your ribs. People within the asthma sometimes experience attacks of these symptoms while exercising. However, many asthmatics can exercise if they take respiratory system and how it responds to exercise. Respiratory system and how it responds to exercise. It is with fresh oxygen and eliminate the carbon dioxide waste produced by your cell. All cells in your body need oxygen to stay alive and perform activities that support your overall health. When you exercise will better and produce oxygen and refreshment to the human body. Purpose of setting an intention in a yoga class. Excitation and sometimes a suggestion that you set an intention for your practice. While some students enjoy intention setting, others don't understand what this means or prefer to just get on with some exercise setting and intensity or intention. Which exercise equipped is most effective? Here is $2,000 treadmill to cutting edge ergonomic weight training equipment. However, you don't need to have a lot of money to buy great workout supplies, especially since one of the most effective tools for deviation of the mood and exercise. How does exercise affect your stroke volume? Adding to ACMS certifications review your stroke volume also affect your cardiac output, which is the amount of blood your heart pumps in 1 minute. Exercise training has short-term and long-term effects on your stroke. The best cellulite reducing exercise, saying it is the normal and can affect women who are thin or overweight, although you can find numerous claims made by marketers of creams that their products will reduce cellulite. The American Council of Exercise says no one of the cellulite reducing exercise and reducing your weight. How is cardiac output increased during exercise? 2000 gallons of blood each day through a network of about 60,000 miles of blood vessels. An adaptive feature of the heart is its ability to respond to changes in the environment or activities such as exercise, blood flow, etc. How can exercise improve your body system? Clearly and with an appropriate intensity, choose exercise that you enjoy and that challenges your muscles and raise your heart rate for an extended period of time. For example, jogging is a simple but effective for cardiovascular system. What happens to your lungs when you exercise? Your lungs breathe in and out to 25 times per minute. Their basic task is to bring in oxygen to the body via air and exhale carbon dioxide, a substance your body cannot use. However, when you exercise, your lungs are expelled out the carbon dioxide and inhaled fresh oxygen and increase the blood circulation and make freshness in the human body. Is swimming the perfect exercise? If you are too shy to lift weight at gym, suffer from injuries or joint problems that make jogging difficulty, or are simply looking for an exercise you can do regularly that you will enjoy, even as you read health benefits with swimming and light exercise.